Okay, so hello, I'm happy to see you. I want to try to find an opponent for me right now, and I want to try to play 10 minutes plus 5 seconds for every move to try to raise my rapid rating. Okay, so let's start. I hope this game will be very interesting, and I hope everything will be okay for me. So let's go. Let's find an opponent for me. Okay, I have a very strong opponent. Let's start. D4 is my favorite move. Knight F6, D5. I will choose E3. Secure operation, B3. Please write something if you are hearing me because I don't know everything is okay with my settings. Can you write? Uh, do you hear me? Bishop G4. This variation, of course, for black with G4, Bishop G4 is, I think, with G4, Bishop G4 is much more interesting for black than with E6. I'm trying to push away. Then to castle. I have to take with the pawn, but this pin is annoying. I think after Bishop G4, I have to play C4 and then to try C5. I'm not sure if this move is strong, but I want to try to play with these three pawns. Rook E8, let's play A3. I don't want to let this knight to come to B4. And after A3, maybe to try, after development, all pieces development, to try to play B4. If knight C3, I'm losing a pawn on D4, right? So let's at first rook E1. Maybe after rook E1, I'll try to push away this bishop and then to play knight C3. Okay, let's play. Knight D7. What does he want to do? E5, maybe E5 to distract this pawn, then to take on c5. I'm not sure if this move is normal for me after bishop g6, after trading. I don't know if there is something dangerous for my king. Okay, let's try. Let's make a risky move. Bishop g6, and then let's develop other pieces. If my opponent takes, I'll take. Okay, bishop f6. I guess he wants to play e5 to crush the center. Can I play knight b5 with this idea, knight d6? Let's try. If e5 immediately, knight d6 with this 4, but he can play e4, queen b8. Okay, I think I will play knight d6. I thought e5 was much more stronger, but I'm not sure. Knight d6, now he has to go away with the rook e7, and can I trap this bishop? If g5, oh, if g5, he could take on c5, and my two pieces are hanging. Maybe at first to take on g6, then to play g5. And after, at first bishop g6, I think h takes g6, then g5, and after knight c5, my knight is hanging, but I can take on f6, and I want to take the rook on e7. So I think bishop g7 and g5 will work for me. Let's try. And g5. Am I missing something, or it's really trap? I won. Okay, I'm happy. Let's try to find another opponent. Again, let's try 10 plus 5. Hello Armin, hello everyone. Can you hear me? Um, Again, my opponent is very strong, but I hope everything's gonna be alright for me. Okay, let's play with all rules. But first center, then development for all pieces. Thanks. Can you hear me? In this opening, I know nothing. With bishop g2, and I have to play only with the rules because I know nothing here. So taking on c4, I don't like taking on d4 also, but okay, I can take and then to try to play bishop c5, not to lose the tempo. Let's try. Okay, thank you for message. Do you have lessons now? Or we can play? My opponent is your friend. Is he strong? Do I have some chances to win? I have an isolated pawn. I hate to play such positions with isolated pawns. I love to play against isolated pawn, but not with that. Bishop e7 or bishop c5. Which one is better? Okay, let's try to play upgrade. Because after bishop c5, I think he will play bishop g5. Oh my god, so sorry for that. It's it's impossible for me. It's very hard. Knight c3. Let's castle. No chance, no chance for me or for your friend. Bishop f4. How to develop this bishop? Maybe to take on d4, then to play bishop e6, or immediately to play bishop e6 after taking. My opponent will have two bishops advantage. Of course, I will not like that position for me. But I also will have two pawns, centralized pawns, and maybe I will have some chances to play then e5 to take the center. Okay, let's try this move, bishop e6. Rook c1. Where to put the queen? On a5. How to continue after that? With which idea? Queen a5. Then where to put this rook? Queen a5. Or maybe queen b6. I can play forcing this trade. Is it in favor for me? Queen b6, knight e6, f takes e6. Maybe. Let's play queen b6. No, I'm not happy with my isolated pawn. I told about that. I hate such positions. Take and bishop h3. Where to take? On d4? Knight d4, then queen d7, you mean? I think we are cheating right now. Do you know which plan can I use here? I mean, in these positions. Have you ever played such positions? I told that I hate this pawn. I love to play against this pawn. But I know some ideas that I needn't trade much pieces, many pieces, sorry. I need to, if I'm right, if I'm not mistaken, I need to, no, not simplify. Simplifying this position will be in favor of my opponent, right? Because after every trade, my pawn uh, will get weaker and weaker, right? Am I right? Knight c6. Now I have to take with the pawn. Um, I think I like this position for me, but I know that he must play knight a4 and then try to block by these two pawns. Knight a4. But if we compare this position and that one with the isolated pawn, of course this one I like much more. Knight a4, and now where to go with the queen? Queen, queen b5. Oh, I see. For white's plan, knight e6, then bishop h3. I agree with you. Maybe that plan was better for white. Gashtar, what's that? No, I don't know. Can you explain, please? Where to go with the queen? On b7? No, there is knight c5. Maybe no, a5 will not work because this pawn is hanging. Maybe really queen b5 will work for me. Queen b5, after knight c3, I can go back to b7. Okay, let's try queen b5. But how to continue from here? Maybe one rook, this one, maybe I have to put on d8. Next one on c8 and try to push my pawns. Queen c2. I think I have to play rook c8. I don't see any useful move for me. Rook c8, and then to try to push my pawn, rook c8. But after rook c8, he can block knight c5. Or there, can I win a pawn, bishop c5, queen c5, and queen b2? He can take on a7, and I can take on e2. Okay, let's try, because I think I have no useful move. I think my opponent is calculating this move, knight c5, takes, and maybe I can start taking from this pawn, queen e2, and after queen a7 to take on b2. I think now my opponent has an interesting move, bishop e3, instead of knight c5, bishop e3. But can he take on a7, or it will be a pin? But then he can play knight c3, switch and zook move, attacking my queen, and then I have to go somewhere, and then he can go back with the bishop. I think bishop e3 is an interesting move. How to continue? If bishop e3, I don't know how to continue from there. I can't play c5 because I'm losing a pawn. Or maybe c5 takes, takes. No, really. I'm losing a pawn. Then after that you can play b4. So rook from f1 to d1. Now if I play c5, I will not lose my pawn, right? Because I have two protection. c5 and then to try to push d4. If c5, knight c3, it's a fork. And if I try to play queen d7, I think he can take because of the pin. After c5, it seems that I'm losing the pawn. How to continue? Maybe rook e8 to try somewhere to open this file and to attack this pawn. Rook e8, then g6, bishop f5. Will it work? Let's try. I think rook e8 needed to move. Knight c3. Where to go with the queen? I think the most safe place is on b7. Of course, after that, it's a dangerous move to play c5 because of this pin. Or maybe queen a6 will work for me. It's a safe place for my queen, right? Queen a6 or queen a5. Which one? I have no time. Queen a5 to the black square. Queen a5. Okay, let's put this queen on a5. Queen a5, then try to play g6, bishop f5. If my opponent offers me to trade the queens, e4. Such an interesting move, e4. Let's calculate it first. Trading, takes, and I can pin, but of course there is a Zwischenzug move, but okay, I think that pin will work for me, even after trading. Okay, let's take. Pawns must go ahead. I want to try, but I have no chance. Thank you. Knight e4 and bishop f5. Knight f6, bishop takes f6. It's a good position for me. Bishop f6. Queen b3. And rook b8. I can't play rook b8 because of this bishop. Oh, I have rook e2. Or bishop e6 also. I can play bishop e6. But okay, I have no time for calculating, so I have to play faster. Rook e2. Or at first to open a window. But he will take my pawn. Or let's play c5 at first. But bishop d5. No, c5, bishop d5. Okay, let's play h6 to open a window. Another isolated. And then too hard to understand you. If bishop c6, then I think I'll try to play rook e2. After that, my opponent can play bishop d5 to try to attack this pawn. But I'm agree with this position. h4. Okay, let's immediately play rook e2. I hope I will not lose anything here. Now I want to take on b2, rook c6. Um, oh, I see something interesting here. Can I fork queen c5? Queen c5. I want to take on c6 and to take on f2. Oh, okay, let's take. And let's win a bishop. Yes, I agree with you, but now everything is okay for me. Finally. And let's take. Um, let's protect my pawn. Let's play king h7. And let's push my pawn. I hope I will not lose my rook. Bishop f3. And I want to take on e3. Discovery attack. A3 and rook c2. It's a safe position for me, I hope. And then to try to, let's take this pawn too, and bishop g6. No, it will not work. Okay, let's play bishop c3 with this idea. Rook d7, check, and check with this win. Oh, finally. Okay, thank you for the game, and How is my rating right now? 2385. Let's try to play one more game. Oh my god, my opponent is very strong for me. Okay, good luck. Let's choose Sicilian defense. D6, maybe dragon variation. Bishop D5. I hope after Bishop D7 my opponent will not play A4. A4. I was sure. And of course I will not take on B5. Let's continue development. And Bishop G7. If I play knight F6, will my opponent play E5? Okay, so let's play knight C6 at first. Then knight F6, and after D4, maybe to trade and to play D5, but I'm not sure. I have to take, and maybe really D5 will work for me. D5, E5, knight E4. If D5 takes knight D5, I think everything is okay for me there. Let's try. Knight E4, and I have to take here, right? Knight C3, knight C3, and then to... I don't want to leave my bishop here on D7. I don't like French defense with this bishop, white square bishop, so I I hope I have some chances to activate my bishop from F5, but not now. Let's castle right now, and then to think about that bishop. I think I can offer this trading. It will be in favor of me because in French defense, white squared bishop much more better than black's. So that trade will be okay for me. Will be very good for me. And then to try to put my knight here on c4. Then to try to take this semi-open file. If I can make this plan, I will be happy. So let's try. Hello everyone, once again. I have 7 viewers. It's record for me. Thank you everyone. Why not move pawns from right rook to push bishop back? What will happen? Uh, sorry, let's read once again. Why not move pawns from right rook? Oh, you mean a6? To push the bishop back. What will happen? I think it's a good move, a6. Maybe at that time when I was analyzing this move, knight a5, maybe I thought that it will be time loss. That's why. But I think a6 is okay for me. I want to trade the bishop. That's why I don't want to push this bishop back. Because as I said, this bishop trade will be in favor of me. In such positions, of course, white squared bishop much more stronger than black white squared bishop. So that's why I want to trade, but I am not sure if he can take. I will take and then e6. After taking, he can play knight g5. That's why I don't know. Will it work for me? Knight g5. Of course, I can protect my pawn and queen e2. And of course, after that, he will take back that pawn. So choose this variation. Yes, Arman, I just saw your message. I have to check e6 move all the time. That's why after knight a5, I think he will take and to play. He will play e6. If I take knight g5, can I play e5 to sacrifice that pawn? He can take, and then I can play e6. I think it's a good position for me because finally I will trade this white squared bishop. I think for black it's a dream to trade this bishop, right? Or I'm mistaken. Okay, let's try because I don't see any useful variation for me. Of course, he will not take. But okay, I think bishop d3. I have time to develop my pieces. Rook c8. Let's play and then to think. Bishop d2 and to play knight c4. Uh, I know that in French defense, no, not because it's in my territory. In French defense, when black plays e6, this white square bishop is his movement is limited. He can't play active. That's why. But here I have I hope I have chances to activate this bishop because my pawn is on e7. So maybe sometime I can play bishop f5. But uh, I will be happy to trade this bishop with his bishop. And in French defense, my black square bishop is much more stronger than his black square bishop because of his pawns. And I also want to mention that you said that because it's in my territory, because I don't have center advantage, and that's why simplifying the position will be in favor of me. I want to trade some pieces to simplify the position because I don't have much space. Okay, I have to work with this position, with this bishop. So maybe queen a5 will work for me, and I want to take on d2 and then to win this pawn. Okay, how to protect this pawn because I have I want to take and then to win a pawn. Maybe sorry, he needs to take on c4 with white squared bishop and oh bishop g5 attacking the pawn on e7. Uh, e6 will not work for me because bishop e7 then bishop b4 it's a good position for white. I think I have to play rook e8. Rook e8 and then again this pawn is hanging. I want to win this pawn. Black's white square bishop is the worst minor piece in chess. Almost every open and middle game. Armin, can you explain minor? What's that word minor? Or maybe okay, I have Google Translator in front of me. Let's translate. It's a new word for me. Ah, okay, I see. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I will agree with you. We will discuss that moment. Queen b3, Queen b3. How to continue? Will he take on b7? Or, oh, I have an interesting move, knight b6, and I want to take here, I want to take here. So, how to protect everything? I think he can play queen b4, but even after that, I can take, and then after taking, I can win a pawn to take on a4. Queen b4. I have to take and then to take the pawn, but maybe Can I play rook c3 or bishop b5 will work? Okay, let's at first take on a4, but how? With the knight or with the bishop? I think with the knight will work. With the knight, then um, he can play bishop c2, but I think I can play b5. Okay, let's take here. Or knight a4, b5. If I play knight c3, rook a7, knight b5, rook b7. Okay, I don't like that position for me. So maybe bishop a4 will work for me. Bishop a4, and then what to do then? Because after bishop a4, you can play rook a1 from e1. I have to go somewhere and he will take on a7. But I can play rook c3 there also. Rook c3, rook c3. How to play? Knight a4, knight a4, b5, and maybe rook c3 there. Rook a4, rook d3, rook a7, bishop b5, rook b7. Again, I don't like that position for me. Maybe here immediately rook c3, really, to try to play with all rules. Okay, not to give a chance for my opponent not to open files. Let's play rook c3. Me too. I also make blunders very often, so I think it's okay for everyone. Bishop f1. Okay, maybe now to take on a4. Or let's at first. No, bishop d2. He will play bishop d2. Okay, I have no time. I need to play faster. Maybe a bishop e7. Or bishop a4, rook a1, bishop a4, rook a1. Can I take here bishop a h3 and to take on f3? Take or bishop d2. Let's try. I don't know if this move is good for me. Take bishop d2, rook b3, or I think after bishop d2 I can sacrifice on f3 and take on f1. I think I will play that position. 40 seconds. It's very little time for me. Bishop d2, rook b3. But now he can play bishop b5 to push my rook from e8 and then to take on e7. But I think I'm okay with that position. After bishop b5, I will play rook c8, bishop e7, and then maybe bishop g4. Okay, rook f3, bishop b5. Okay, rook c8, and after bishop e7, I can't take on h3 because of a5 and bishop d7, right? So how to continue? Maybe to trade these bishops. Let's try to trade. I think he has to take because I want to take on b4. If oh sorry, if he plays bishop f6, I can take on d4. Bishop c5. Okay, bishop c5. How to continue? Maybe knight c4. Knight c4. Okay, let's play knight c4 immediately. There is no time to comment. Sorry. Let's play faster to try to play b6, a6 to force this trade. Okay, let's play. Maybe he will take on c4 at first, but I think I can take the take c4. After bishop b6, I can take on b4 also. So I think if he takes here, I'll take with the king. If I understand right this position, I think he has to take on f8, if I'm not mistaken. He has to take, I'll take with the king, then to try to bring my king closer to the center. After taking maybe bishop d7. But okay, bishop d7, I will play rooks. He took bishop d7, rook c7, rook a7. Okay. Now to take on this will not work. Play rook b3, e6, take, let's take, um, here, let's play here to protect this square. Oh, bishop d5. I missed this move. Okay, I can take here. Yes, very bad position for me. Okay, okay, I'm losing here. Rook h8 and then discovery check. Oh, but I can close. Knight e4. Oh, no, I can't close. Uh, Here, rook c1. If king c7, then rook c1. Again, I'm losing. Okay, rook c1, knight c4. At first, he will take on d8 and then to win my knight. Okay, after rook d8, I have to resign. Okay, thank you for the game. So sorry for the result for me, but what to do? Okay, I have an important question. How do you guys stand formulating a plan? My plans don't work usually. The same for me. Don't worry about it. It's very hard. There are some positions that really it's very hard mm, to see the end of the plan. So sorry for that game. Okay, let's play one more game, and I think it will be the last game today. Let's find an opponent for me. Maybe this time I will be more lucky. No one wants to play with me. There is no opponent for me. Okay, maybe 5 plus 3, maybe blitz. Let's try blitz. Okay, I have an opponent 22-21 with the rating. So let's start with d4. Thank you. But I don't think that I played well. There are so many mistakes. Yes, Herman, you're right. So difficult to play chess with no mistakes. I didn't understand why I played e3. In such positions, I play e4 every time. Why I choose e3, I can't understand. Because now I'm losing the time. I have to play e4 somewhere, and I'm losing the time. Okay, but I have to play e4. e5, of course. d5, knight c5, bishop c2, needed moves, a5. Okay, at first a5. Maybe there is no difference. And now my plan Which plan? How to choose a plan with this bishop on b7? It's not King's Indian defense with this bishop. But okay, I think I must try to play in the queen's side. So maybe at first bishop e3 or maybe bishop g5. And let's spin this knight because I know that black must try to play f5 somewhere, to play knight h5 and then to play f5. So g5, bishop g3, knight h5. Will it work? Or I can take on e5. If I take knight g3, knight d7, knight f1, okay, I'm losing the quality. Knight d7, knight f1. So okay, maybe at first rook e1 or no, knight d5, knight g3, knight d7, and knight f1. And I'm losing not a quality, I'm losing a rook. So I think knight d2, knight d2 forcing this taking, knight g3, or knight f4, sorry. You could play knight f4 too. And now I have to play bishop c2. But I wanted to somewhere to play rook e1 and then put my bishop on f1. And f3, and let's try to put this bishop on f2. I also don't like blitz games, blitz and bullet. I hate bullet. I like rapid games. But I wanted to try to find an opponent for me for rapid game. No one wants to play with me. 10 plus 5 seconds. h3. Okay. What if g3? Knight g2. Knight g2. Knight g2. Let's try to trade this knight. Queen e2, then knight d1 with this idea, knight e3. And to maneuver, knight d1, then knight e3. And here. If he takes, I think I will take with the bishop. He has to take, right? Okay, let's make a move, bishop e3. Thank you. Of course, thank you. But I don't know. I pressed on 10 plus 5 seconds. I was waiting for some seconds, maybe 10, 20 seconds. I had no opponent for that control. So that's why I decided to play 5 plus 3. Knight f4. Very interesting sacrifice. But okay, he wants me to take bishop f2 and then to check from g5 and to checkmate from g2. If I take and then to play king h1 or maybe queen f2 will work here, queen f2 or at first to take and then to take on b6. Let's try that variation because of course I will not win a piece, but I want to check from a4 too. Um, now he has to stay here, then king h1 maybe, and to go to into a safe place and then to try to take this file, rook g1, rook g1, then rook maybe g4, then another rook from a1 to g1. And then I want to try to play a3 and b4 because I have space advantage in the queen side. That's why I have to play here. I started at the age 6 year. I was 6 years old. My parents are chess players, chess coaches. So that's why from childhood, my how to say that in English, I was playing chess like I need to translate that word. Sorry, second please. Now how to play here? A3 immediately, maybe. A3 and B4. Oh, I've translated that word. I wanted to say that chess pieces were my toys. Maybe in the age of 3, 4 years old, I was playing with them. Um, they were like my toys. Two bishops advantage. Yes, I agree with you. Queen h4. What you wanted to do? Uh, I guess nothing. I hope nothing. Before then, so interesting. Let's sacrifice here. Sacrifice and try to open all lines. Take. Then to try rook b1. Or maybe at first knight c4 will work. Knight c4. No, maybe really rook b1 at first, then knight c4. It's 5 plus 3 seconds, right? So I have to play faster. Okay, rook b1, and I want to play rook b8. He wants me to take on d6, then to, sorry, to play bishop b6. Rook. Can I play rook b8? Queen c7, then rook b1. Let's try. If queen c5, then I can play queen c4. Let's take here. King d6, knight c4, maybe. Knight c4, and then king d7, d6 will work for me. King c5. Okay, rook d5, check. King d4. Where is checkmate? Queen d2. Is it checkmate? No. No? He can take on c4. Oh my god. And bishop b3. Is it checkmate? Yes. Finally. I'm so happy. Great. Now I can answer your questions. At the age of 6, interesting here, I still don't know to use my dumb brain. I am 35 years old. It's almost 29 years I'm playing chess. Oh my god, chess is for intelligent people here. Cool, yes. Thank you, thank you. And I'm sure that all chess lovers are very intelligent people, not only professionals, but lovers. Maybe lovers much more intelligent. Yes, I won. I'm so happy. Now I have, of course, with this commenting, it's very hard to comment and to play, and it's very hard for me to comment in English because my English level is not so high, as you can see. It's only B1, B2 level, if I'm not mistaken. That's why it's very hard for me to comment, to play fast, to play without mistakes. So I'm happy. Today I played 4 games. Yes, I played 4 games. I won 3 of them and I lost one. So, okay, thank you. Thank you for joining. Right now I have 3 viewers. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you next time. I am from Romania. Do you know about that country? Where it is? It's very little country and maybe you can't find on the map that country. So, okay, thank you everyone for participating, for joining. Greetings from India. Hello, India. I'm happy to see you here. Thank you. Thank you for joining. See you next time. I hope I will see you next time. And I hope next time will be much more interesting than today. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.